You would have received an email with a link to this tutorial, as well as a link to set up your access to the SkillsTx system. Use the password set link in your email to set your password and activate your account, and then use it to log into the system. It will then guide you through the setup of your workspace and to start capturing the skills you have using the self-assessment surveys. You should now log into the SkillsTx Administrators Console. If you are signed into your device using either a Microsoft or Google account and you are using the same email address as the one you provided to SkillsTx, then you can use the single sign-on facility by selecting the appropriate single sign-on button. Alternatively, you can use your email address and password credentials you set up earlier. You can get access to the SkillsTx login page from the SkillsTx website by selecting the Wisdom Support drop-down and then log into SkillsTx. You can organize a password reset by selecting Reset Password, and selecting Support will open a window into our Service Desk interface. You can use the Service Desk to search for knowledge items, as well as to raise issues or incidents and service requests. You can expect the following once you have logged into the system. You have possibly been provided access to a trial Sandbox Workspace called Established Business Services, in which case you may have decided to delay setting up your own workspace until you have explored Established Business Services first. You can close the Getting Started wizard for now, which will give you access to the Sandbox Workspace. You will then be able to open the Sandbox Workspace to experiment with. You should also have a link in your email to information about the Sandbox Workspace. The wizard will return every time you log back into the system until such time as you have used it to set up your own workspace, and I suggest you watch the rest of this tutorial to get an introduction to workspaces. The following is some useful information about security timeouts. For security reasons, the admin console will time out after 30 minutes of inactivity. You may not notice the timeout until the page attempts a refresh for some reason, or you try and move to another page. The login page will appear instead. If the refresh was due to a change you attempted to make, then the change may not have been enacted due to the timeout. Once you are ready, you can use the wizard to guide you through the setup of your own organizational workspace. After the initial workspace setup, you then select each of the steps in the Getting Started block in turn. Each step provides advice on how to complete the step. You should tick off each step once it has been completed. And I will point out that almost all admin console pages have a help button. Pressing the help button will open up a separate web page showing context-sensitive help related to how to use that page. As I mentioned, the help will open in a separate window. Once all the Getting Started steps have been completed and ticked off, you will get a prompt indicating that you have completed the setup of your workspace, and the Getting Started block will disappear from then on. You will in fact be taken back to the dashboard, which is the default starting point when opening a workspace, where you can start to track the survey completions. Following the setup of your workspace, you will use the tasks in the admin workflow to continue to manage it. The workflow menu is split into 5 different task groups. The Setup and Management task group is used for adding new people to the workspace and managing their details. It also contains tasks for managing the overall workspace. The Skills We Have self-assessment group provides the functionality for capturing the What Skills Do We Have data, managing the self-assessment surveys that produce the skill inventories and profiles for the individuals. The Skills We Have 360 endorsement group provides the functionality for capturing an alternative or differently focused view of the What Skills Do We Have data, managing endorsements or independent assessments of individual skills. The Skills We Need Jobs and Roles group provides the functionality for capturing the What Skills Do We Need data, the definition and ongoing management and assignment of jobs and roles. The Corporate Reports and Report Log group provides the functionality for generating the corporate reports and for keeping an eye on and managing all reporting progress. Beneath the dashboard selection is the selection for the analytics, where you can access all the analytics pages for this workspace. Selecting Home will take you to the home page for the tenancy, which by default will take you to the Workspaces tab. This will display the list of workspaces, including the one you have just set up, and in many cases will also include the Sandbox Workspace. This Analytics tab provides alternative analytics, which includes the capability for analytics across multi-tenancies and workspaces. The activity log is an audit trail style log of all activities in the console. The Settings button will open another set of tabs in a separate window. Organizations and divisions is usually only needed again for multi-tenancy situations. Evidence Types takes you to a page which allows you to customize the list of evidence types. Messages provides a functionality for setting up messages to be delivered to the Planner console and the Admin console. Administrators will be required for setting up new administrators of the workspace. Licensing is used for requesting additional licenses and modeling different licensing scenarios. Predefined actions are used for setting up customized predefined actions for addressing skill gaps. From the home page, you will need to select the workspace you wish to manage, which will open at the Workspace dashboard page. You can use the Activity tab to see the exact details that make up the dashboard statistics. You can now continue to manage your workspace using the tasks in the Workflow menu.